Hi everybody, this is Susie. I hope you guys are having a good day. I made this little card here, and it's an easel card. This one is a 4¼ by 4¼ but the one that we're going to make today is going to be a 5½ by 4¼ anyways, and this is, you have a place to write on the inside, and then it will fold up and fit in an envelope. And the one that we're doing today will fit in a standard A2 envelope. Anyway, well, let me show you guys how I made this. So I'm using this stamp set here, Painted Seasons, and I'm using the flower and all three of the different leaf die or stamps, sorry. And what I did was I stamped out a whole bunch of these, and as you can see here, I got a ton of different ones in this little baggie. And then I cut them out with my Scan and Cut. Anyway, so I'm gonna skip a few of the steps on the card today just to try to make it go a little bit faster. So I stamped this with Berry Burst, I believe that's the name of it. Yeah, Berry Burst. Anyways, and then I'm using Berry Burst cardstock, and the pattern paper that I'm using is from, what is the name of this? It's Petal Promenade, Stampin' Up DSP. And then I also use some gold cardstock, and I used this punch here, and I punched it out, and then I put it in my paper trimmer and sliced off the edge of it so that it was just a border piece. And I did that for 2 pieces, and these are approximately 4¼ inches long. And for the sentiment, I used this stamp set here, and this is called By the Bay, and I used this little Thinking of You stamp. The paper punches that I use for my sentiment are, I got 2 oldies here by Stampin' Up, and so I have the oval and then the scalloped oval. And you guys can still find these punches on eBay all the time. They've always got that kind of stuff on there. Yeah, sorry, let me put my soda down. Okay, and so my pieces that I have cut here are 2 5/8 by 4, and then the Berry Burst cardstock is 4 1/8 by just a little over 2 5/8. And then this piece is, and this is the piece for the inside, and this one is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And the DSP is just a little under 5 3/8. The card base, that size that we're going to use, and this is a frosted white cardstock, and this is 4 1/4 by 11, and this is going to make a 4 1/4 by 5½ card. And then I've got 2 of the leaf, of this leaf style, 2 of the fern style, and 2 of the little tiny leaves. And the ink colors that I used when I stamped these is Old Olive and mint macaron. And then the Thinking of You I stamped with that By the Bay stamp set, Thinking of You, and I punched this piece out with the back side of this piece here. And so I'm not going to be using the pretty flower side, I'm going to be using this side right here. Okay, well that's all my size pieces here. Let me move these off of my area so that I can show you how to score this cardstock. Alright, so we are going to score this at, and I'm going to use the bigger side of the stylus. So I'm going to score this at 2 3/4. And then I'm going to score this again at 5 1/2. So that's 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. All right. And then we're going to score this, fold this in. This way. And then we're going to fold it again, the same direction. And then our card is going to sit up like this when we're all done. And then I'm going to put the berry burst right here on this one. So lay this out flat so I can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Okay. Alright, and now I'm going to put my DSP layers down. I do the tape runner like this because this is fast fuse. It's super sticky, and a lot of times when I try to pull my tape off to the side, because you have to break the tape on this one or it'll just pull a bunch of stringy glue out. Anyway, but I do it that way I don't only have to take it off my page one time, and it saves me a lot of grief. Alright, now I want that this way. And now I'm just going to center this. And now I'm going to put this piece on here. Okay. Figure out which way I want this. Oh, I want it that way. Okay. Alright. So, and now I'm going to use my bone folder and make this crease really nice and sharp. And that'll help the card sit where it's supposed to. Alright. And now I'm going to put the border pieces on. Alright, and now I'm just going to glue this sentiment onto the gold piece. Okay. Now I'm going to mark my card here where I want my fold to sit. Okay, and now for my flower, and I did the same thing with this flower. You can see the dimension. I just used my ball stylus and I turn it over on this side and go around it with the ball stylus this way. And then after I put a lot of dimension in that way, then I just put the ball right in the center, and that pushes that center bit down to give it nice dimension. And then I'm just gonna put the glue here on this very center part. And I put a decent amount of glue on there because I want it to hold really well. And literally just center that. And hold that for just a minute. Make sure it has time to set. And then my leaves, like I said, are going to be my catch. So that my card will sit just like that. Isn't that pretty, you guys? I love this. I love this card. Anyways, I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys again in the next video. Bye.